Did you ever see the Hurt Locker?
I did. Is Jeremy Renner in it?
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Now what occurred to me, I'm gonna do a Larry Merchant here. It's occurred to me that playing Ohio State,
Jim Lampley.
Playing Ohio State has to be like a bomb squad guy. You can be as professional as possible.
Yeah.
You think you've got them all, and then they all go off on you. We knew about Harrison.
Yep.
We knew about Henderson.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, this JT Tuamoloau,
defensive end,
kid
44,
from Washington State.
number 44.
I mean, I wasn't even scouting him. I know he had a good game last week, but my God. And they aren't just good guys, they're like tremendous guys. And that's the difference between Ohio State and everyone else in this league, in my opinion.
Doesn't it feel like pretty much every year except for one, we're kind of having the same conversation?
Groundhog Day. It's cold outside.
1-8. I thought midway through the fourth quarter, I thought they might get this one. I really did.
I did too. And it was 9 minutes to go, 9.5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And then they've been stoning the running game all day.
Yeah.
But maybe Penn State's defense was
just like last year,
gassed.
Got one run.
And then there goes Henderson, the same guy. Last year it was 68 yards. This year it's 59 yards, I think. And the whole crowd deflated everything.
What strikes me is, you look at Sean Clifford, and Penn State fans are going to look at Sean Clifford, and he tries his fanny off, and he makes some good plays, he makes some bad plays, but at the end of the day, against a team like Ohio State or Michigan, they are life or death to get to 30 points no matter what happens. If Parker Washington doesn't play out of his mind, I don't know how many points Penn State's going to score today. Meanwhile, C.J. Stroud can look erratic. This was probably a
good point.
This could probably be a B- game, and they hung 44 on this team on the road.
It's a C game for him.
But when he got locked in, they were helpless.
I don't know that he ever really got locked in, but he went to Harrison when he needed a big play. And Marvin Harrison made all the big catches, and the catches he didn't make, or the plays he didn't make, this Tuamoloau. And the thing is, we're game planning I'm trying to find a guy who is going to make a difference on Ohio State's defense. And it was a guy who barely played because he got injured in the first quarter. Mike Hall, a defensive tackle. He's been blowing stuff up inside. Maybe he'll be the guy. And you can't find out where the mine is going to blow up. You never know. And they just recruit at an SEC level, man, and you never know who it's going to be. And I don't know how you do any better than Penn State did today.
So James Franklin 1-8 against the Buckeyes. Sean Clifford concludes his career, we think, unless he's coming back for year number 7. 2-6 combined against Michigan and Ohio State. One was a COVID win at Michigan when Michigan was a shell of itself. But this was his last bite at the apple, right? His last possible legacy game. He's played here forever. And what will Penn State fans remember him for?
Well, I think we already knew who he was, so this isn't a surprise. It's not a surprise. Yeah, he turned the ball over 4 times. But Ohio State has, to me, the story is it's the 4th time that Penn State has had a lead in the 4th quarter or overtime against Ohio State, and they've lost every one of them except, and the 5th one was the 16 game. But they cannot get over the hump against these guys because you don't know where the explosion's going to occur. And Penn State doesn't have that kind of talent, and Ohio State does. Nobody in the Big Ten has this kind of talent. I don't know what you do about it. So you got to out-recruit them, and no one's out-recruiting them.
Olu Fashanu did not finish the game. That's a concern moving forward. But Dave, if things go according to form, this is probably going to be a 10-2 team, but it is one of the more hollow 10-2s I can remember.
Well, we've had a few of those.
Not that many, not 10-win seasons.
We've had the 2019 team was a lot like this team in my mind. Same quarterback.
But at least they kind of finished strong. They hung in there a little bit more. You know what I mean? They closed strong. They whipped Memphis.
This team might do that.
They beat Michigan.
This team might do that because they did something today they haven't done. They ran the ball pretty damn well. They couldn't stick with it after they were ahead 21-16. They really couldn't stick with it after that because the explosions kept going up everywhere. And then
Jeremy Renner.
Then
Yeah.
What do you do? I don't know. You can't stick with the running game when all of a sudden you're down 11 points. So I don't know what you do.
Yeah. Is there any world down the stretch that we see more Drew Aller, do you think, or is he just going to say, let's go for 10? Let's be 10-2.
They'd better play him.
I'm not sure, man. There's a reason.
I don't know if they will.
Yeah.
But there's no reason now not to.
He's got to play more. He has to play more, and if he doesn't, I think it's even more of a lost season. I really do.
I don't know if they could lose him or not.
No, I'm just saying it's a lost season.
But you think they could lose him in the portal if they don't play him more?
I don't think so. But I just think that you got to salvage something. 10 wins is, to me, it's nice, but you got to lead. You got to set this tone.
Yeah,
for 2023. Now that the two big boys have had their say against you, like, what are we doing? Like, I mean, I think, Drew Aller could just as easily turn it over 4 times against a good team too.
It's true.
I mean, what are we talking about?
But you got to get him. You got to get him experience.
It's time. He has to get experience, and that should be more of a priority moving forward. Sean had his shot. It's time. It's time for Drew to get more seasoning.
Well, I can't get over the fact that they were actually not dominating, but they were winning at scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and they still lose this game by 2 scores.
Like I said, what happens if Ohio State plays their A game? It's like the Michigan game.
What happens if Michigan plays their A game in Columbus?
Yeah.
I think Michigan wins that game because I was not impressed with Ohio State at scrimmage on either sides of the ball in this game, but that's a whole other story.
34-31, Ohio State's going to beat Michigan.
So, a big trip to Indiana.
Bloomington, buddy. Bloomington.
Favorite place.
You know there's a lot to do in Bloomington. They have those tenderloin steaks that are real rubbery and chewy.
A lot to do at the
I'm
Indianapolis.
going to pass on that.
A lot to do at the Indianapolis airport. We seem to be spending a lot of time.
Well, I almost had another trip to Indy for a while there. I'm like, am I going to go there in December? Thankfully. Well, I shouldn't say thankfully. It's not going to be that way.
All right. Until then, from Mellencamp Memorial Stadium next week, we bid you adieu.
Adios. No one got that, but I like it.